Oh, how sweet it is to be back on the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with yet another video of the Arizona Sports Fan. I want to thank every single one of you guys for tuning in. As you can tell, my voice is just a slight bit shot, just a little bit. I was yelling a lot during the game. There's some good things about this game. There's some definite bad things about this game that we want to go ahead and dive into, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do now, guys. Let's go ahead and run that intro. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning back in. We're going to talk about post-game Arizona Cardinals versus the Atlanta Falcons game. Now, first thing I want to go ahead and say is I actually sat by two Falcons fans, and they were a couple. They were just awesome. Nothing against them. You know, they're unfortunately going through what we went through last year, and their offense just basically didn't gel. Well, I mean, they did. They did gel. But their defense was just atrocious,
at this moment he knew.
Such as ours. But they were really cool. Just kind of wanted to go ahead and get that out. Falcons fans out there, if you do watch it, I know a lot of you just tend to dislike things because, you know, it's against the people who beat you guys. But there's no hate here for Falcons fans, at least on my behalf. Now, I want to go ahead and highlight Kyler Murray, guys. Kyler Murray had a monster game. He had about 32 yards rushing, and his throwing yards, he had a 73% completion rate with 340 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. Like, my goodness, how fantastic is that? Now, that's one of the great things that I like to see. And like I mentioned before, the combo between David Johnson and Chase Edmonds is real. If people didn't agree with me before about their tandem and how awesome they can be together, disagree with me now. That was mainly the offense that has been going on. David Johnson and Chase Edmonds just basically wreaking havoc. And if it's not, you know, Chase Edmonds, you know, running his much as he possibly can, he does run harder than David Johnson. I'll definitely give you that. But David Johnson has a burst to him. When he's in open space, he can definitely make people miss and make people look awfully silly. Now, there is some great things for both, having both of them on the field, and I think we should keep that as such and keep that our main focus as what our offense identity is going to be. David Johnson, Chase Edmonds, and Kyler Murray, also with his speed as well. If he doesn't beat you with his feet, he'll beat you with throwing the ball up in the air. Now, some of my people might say, hey, it's the Falcons, they're struggling, they suck. Yeah, but every NFL team, it's any given Sunday the way I look at it. And we beat a team with so many offensive weapons that honestly scared me to my core, because they have Julio Jones, because they have Calvin Ridley, because they have Mohamed Sanu, and because they have Devontae Freeman and Hooper and Matty Ice. But honestly, the defense did what they could with having a depleted cornerback position, and we honestly, I feel like we did successfully good until the second half. Now, the second half was actually one of those things where I'm kind of thinking to myself, bruh, like, what is going on? Like, we had a 17-point lead, and they came back with gusto. And it was one of those games where I'm like, oh my goodness, here it goes. Bengals game all over again. Defense can't do anything. But the thing about the Atlanta Falcons, they were a lot smarter. They focused on, hey, these guys can't go ahead and stop the run, the tight end. What do? They got Hooper involved, and my goodness, Hooper made us look awfully silly. Hassan Reddick, he does good when he can, but honestly, he is not a coverage linebacker. He can't run. He can't run with anybody, and it's just unfortunate. So those are definitely some weaknesses that we have here that are still being exposed. I think the run game, we actually did pretty decent, taking that, you know, Devontae Freeman is, you know, at once was a very great running back, and he still might be a great running back. He might just not have the offensive line that he needs to succeed. But sorry, my voice is just a little shot. But we actually did blow a 17-point lead unanswered, because I felt like the Arizona Cardinals were, you know, also just playing too soft and kind of comfortable with the lead that they actually have. But we honestly have to focus on, the game's not over till the game is over. Until you see 0-0-0 on that actual time clock, the game's not over. And the Arizona Cardinals should really take a look themselves in the mirror, and they shouldn't let themselves, you know, have that big comeback. But honestly, my fantasy football team had Matt Ryan, so I benefited dearly. So thank you, Falcons fans. I appreciate it. But bottom line, Arizona Cardinals got the win. I cannot be any happier with this win. Like I said, there's been many things that I want to talk about as far as being bad. Those are the main things that I felt like we still haven't addressed. Tight end, not playing a full 4 quarters, and also the fact that Matty Ice basically just carved them up. The defense needs to stand up, and they're just not doing a good job in standing up. Unfortunately, that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbled by the second half. But hey, bottom line, Arizona Cardinals, guys, is now 2-3-1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the New York Giants next week. Can we foresee a 3-game winning streak? What do you guys think? Go ahead and drop a comment below. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and comment. Appreciate it, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. I know you're kind of listening to me when my voice is shot. I kind of sound really terrible. I sound like a smoker, which I'm not. But like I said, voice is going out, guys. Pretty much all I got for this episode, guys. I really do appreciate it, guys. I'm out. Thank you so much.